there, everybody. Welcome back to the Planes, Trains, and Comics channel. My name's Matt, and today we're going to review Stargirl, The Lost Children, #1. But before we get into that, if you guys wouldn't mind sharing, subscribing, commenting, it really helps me out and lets me know what you guys want to see more of. So, with that being said, let's get straight into it. All right, we got the cover here for Stargirl, The Lost Children, #1. It is a DC comic, and it is by Johns, Nock, and Herms. And we start off with our main character here, Courtney, who is Stargirl. She has been fighting crime too much and not going to school. So she's getting bad grades, and they're arguing about that. And the reason why she's been going out so much is because Courtney's been looking for some guy named Wing. And apparently Wing used to be a sidekick in the Golden Age, and he's gotten missing. But her mom doesn't like that she is doing badly in school because of being a superhero, so she gets grounded. So while Courtney's up in her room, her friend Red Arrow sneaks in and convinces Courtney to sneak out of the house with her so they can continue their search for this missing sidekick. So while Courtney's been in school, apparently Red Arrow has been on the case herself, and she found out there's a gentleman who used to be a sidekick called Dynamite, might have information on where Wing is. So they go to his house, and as they're looking, they find this board of a bunch of missing sidekicks, but not just sidekicks that they know. Some of them they've never heard of before. And that's pretty weird because they're both very knowledgeable about the Golden Age sidekicks and heroes. So they continue searching, and as they're looking around, all of a sudden this old radio begins to get static coming out of it. And as they listen in and try to raise the volume, the radio explodes. And that's where I'm going to stop it. I don't want to spoil anything else. So I've actually never read any Stargirl comics, but I figured I'd pick this one up because it seemed to tie into the new JSA series that Geoff Johns is writing. So I wanted to make sure I got all the backstory on that. And while this did seem to throw you into the middle of a story that's already been going on, I didn't really have that much trouble following it. And that might be because I know a little bit about DC, but I'm not the most knowledgeable about the Golden Age. So I felt like you could follow the storyline even if you don't know too much about that stuff. I really like the pacing of this comic. There's some scenes I didn't show you with the actual guy who is Dynamite, and I thought that stuff was pretty cool and intriguing. And I also think that Courtney is written really well. She seems like a fun character, and now I kind of want to know more about her. So I might go back and read some more stuff. Like I said, this definitely throws you in the middle of a storyline, even though it's a #1. So just be aware of that if you pick it up. But like I said, it wasn't too hard to follow. I thought the art was good in this book. It really seemed to fit the tone, especially with Courtney and Red Arrow. They seem to have a fun friendship, and I feel like the art really fits that. So overall, I enjoyed this book, but if you have a general knowledge of DC characters, and you want to know what's going on with the stuff Geoff Johns is writing at DC right now, then you'd probably enjoy reading this one and you wouldn't get too lost. So I'm going to give this book a 3 out of 5. I think it was a good start to a series that threw out a lot of plot threads to keep you interested and to make you want to come back to read the next issue. So if you saw anything that you like, definitely go pick that up at your local comic book store, and we will see y'all in the next one.